This is Igbo Area
Wow, these German queens love Biafra. You see, IPOB is still the most formidable. IPOB is everywhere, worldwide. The IPOB has taken the struggle beyond the shores of Nigeria. The awareness. They are going about creating awareness. Imagine. Listen to this. The whole world is gradually coming to know about Biafra.
I try dry. I love Biafra. I try dry. I love Biafra. I try dry. I love Biafra. Thank you very much.
Well, Mbemena Austin Izuna congratulates the IPOB family in Russian Federation for a silver medal in the just concluded International Football Union Moscow, Russia, and also for the continually using what they have to move the sacred name of Biafra and the people of Biafra forward. He also wants to encourage each and every one of them who is playing any role towards the sailing of Biafra's ship to its ordained destination, not to be deterred, but remain strong and focused. He said, Chukwu Okike will bless you all tremendously in his holy name. He said, we are going to saturate Russian Federation with the gospel of Biafra and the potential of the good people of Biafra. And with time, God will grant us with a big opportunity to stand in high places in Russia to discuss Biafra and her restoration. He said, in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama.
Президент Федерации мигрантов России Вадим Викторович Кожин, куратор социальных программ Российского футбольного союза Надия Самильевна Туктарова. Дорогие друзья, с приветственным словом к вам обращается Игорь Васильевич Сыроветников. Дорогие друзья, за второе место в нашем чемпионате награждается команда Биафра Нигерия. Лучшим защитником чемпионата назван Щуку. Команда Биафра Нигерия.
Еще 3 человека. Они уйдут домой.
Почетное звание «Лучший игрок чемпионата» достается Нурсултану Рустамбекову.
Best defender of Biafra.
Дорогие друзья, медали победителей и кубок чемпиона получает команда Portharcourt 79 Узбекистан.
For IPOB, Kano's reception in Canada proves Biafra restoration. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has said that the resounding reception, according to its leader, Nnamdi Kano, in Canada, was a proof that the people were determined and committed to the pursuit of Biafra independence. The group praised Biafran veterans and Igbo groups for the respect, honor, and recognition given to its leader during the event. A statement by the Media and Publicity Secretary Mapafo said Kano had so far successfully mobilized and united Biafrans living in North America under one common purpose. He said the worldwide family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, congratulates IPOB family in Canada for the turnout and awesome reception given to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kano, on the June 8th and 9th in Toronto. Biafra living in United States of America and Canada proving through this visit and town hall meetings that our people are determined, united and committed to the pursuit of Biafra independence as undisputedly championed by IPOB. Special thanks to those who dedicated their time and energy in making sure that Kanu's visit was successful. IPOB leadership also commend the enthusiasm, love and regard Biafrans across the board exhibited during the town hall meeting. The group pledged continued relentless march to its preordained destination of Biafra freedom. Kanu will continue to hold town hall meetings and private consultation in the coming weeks. His next stop is the city of Los Angeles, California, and from there to Austin, Texas, then Chicago, and finally New York, where he will be rounding up his historic tour of North America. They said we urge Biafrans home and in the diaspora to continue to provide strong support and security for our leader during these times. IPOB High Command and Directorate of State DOS are working hard and will leave no stone unturned in agitation for the total liberation of Biafra and other oppressed people in Nigeria. Hima Powerful said.
Biafra is one. Biafra is one. Chifuba is so okay. Penuyanaka. Penuyanaka. Abuzi maboro kimia. Aisha maduri. Nantika mati wala kimia. Wuna tuwa ni wana nuo. Nantika nina niya mneku. Aisha maduri.
Because, madam, because capital should go back.
Why Nigeria is committed to Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic's independence. This is coming from Buhari, the president of Nigeria. President Buhari on Thursday in Abuja stated Nigeria's support for the people of Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic and her quest for self-determination and independence. At an audience granted the president of the republic's SADR, Ibrahim Gali, at the State House, the Nigerian leader stressed that the country's position is in line with the several resolutions of the African Union, AU, and the United Nations, UN, on the matter. He said Nigeria remains committed to supporting the efforts of the AU, that's African Union, and the UN, United Nations, towards finding a lasting solution to the Sahrawi problem. Earlier, Gali had congratulated President Buhari on his re-election and the successful celebration of Democracy Day. He commended Nigeria's past support for SADR. The SADR leader said the weight of Nigeria's support remained crucial to the final resolution of the continued colonization of his people. Nigeria had recognized SADR on November 11, 1984, when General Buhari was the head of state. You know, these things amaze us. We, the people of Saudis who want Biafra. Buhari is out there supporting the independence of Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republics. He said he is committed to seeing that they are free, they have their independence. Back home in Nigeria, we want same thing. We want your support for Biafra to go. President Buhari, give us same support you are giving to the Arab Republic. Why can't we get something here? Biafra wants to go. We had United Nations had their stand on that too, and the AU. We're also pleading with the African Union and United Nations to also look at our matter. Biafra wants to be free. This is coming from Okorosha. Igbo presidency doesn't exist. Imo West Senator Rochas Okorosha has cautioned his kinsmen against misconception of the term Igbo presidency. Mr. Okorosha, while addressing journalists after being sworn in as senator on Thursday, said such an agenda could not have existed as it was impossible to hand over power to a region without due process. The former governor said he is more concerned about having a president that will better the lot of Nigerians, irrespective of ethnic affiliation. Power is not given, power is taken, he said. The Southeast cannot just fold their arms and expect power to be given to them just because you want power. Power does not go with sentiment some of the times. It's on issues on ground. Democracy is about the people, and the Southeast alone cannot make themselves president. So you cannot be talking about Igbo presidency. It doesn't exist. We may be talking about Nigerians president of Igbo extraction, but that depends on what other geopolitical zones think about the issue. For me, what is important is let the power be given to somebody who has something upstairs, who can put food on the table of common man, irrespective of religion or where you come from. Wow, this is what Okorosha said. That is for those who believe in the democratic process, for those who still believe and trust in the unions. For some, the best thing is give us Biafra. But those who have political interests, those who are interested in political positions in the country, will rather prefer a continuing Nigeria where Igbo is part. For those who are thinking about Biafra, Russia's story is something like it goes in through this ear and goes out through the other ear. Wow. I don't know if you saw this caption. It was on the news for the whole of last week. MPA approves 10% discount on vessels calling at eastern ports. MPA, that's Nigerian Ports Authority, approves 10% discount on vessels, that's ships, calling at eastern ports. The eastern ports are the Calabar, the Portharcourt, and the Warri ports. It said the management of the Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA, has approved a 10% discount on harbour dues in all concession terminals at the eastern ports. Mr. Jato Adams, the NPA General Manager, Corporate and Strategic Communications, in a statement issued on Tuesday in Lagos, said the discount was part of the effort to increase patronage of eastern ports. According to him, ports that will be affected by this initiative are Calabar, Rivers, and Delta ports. The authority, however, wishes to clarify that this discount will only apply to harbour dues payable by the following types of vessel cargoes: container vessel with at least 250 TEUs, general cargo vessels with at least 6,000 tons, combo vessels with at least 16,000 tons, and ro-ro vessel with at least 250 units of vehicles. This discount shall not apply to vessels coming in ballast, empty, vessels calling at private jetties, and vessels carrying liquid bulk, Adams said. According to him, the application of the discount will take immediate effect. You see, we used to think the ports, the Calabar, the Rivers, and the Delta ports are not working. But I'm surprised to see this on the news that they are giving 10% discount for vessels that will sail to that place and harbour. Is it trying to say the eastern ports are now open, even with a discount for ships that will use that locations? Though they mention the type of ships that the discounts will apply to. But I think this is a good development. Please, we would like to know what you think about this. But the question again is, if this port has since been opened, why are there not many vessels using those ports? Is there other problems associated with the port that we are yet to know? I think this is what the Igbos have been clamoring for, that the port should be open, that they want to start using the port massively. Are these Calabar ports, the Rivers and the Delta ports working at full capacity? Is the problem the cost of using the ports? Now, if these ports are fully functional, I think our Igbo brothers in porting should take note immediately. A viewer of Igbo Area TV channel, Larry Mikel, asked us to help him pass this message to Enugu government. He wrote, "Please, Igbo Area TV, I'm watching from Dubai. Please, can you tell the governor of Enugu State, Buruburu, that in his local government, Udenu local government, there is one community in the local government called Umuitodo, Obolonkwo, that the road has divided into two parts, and the people from those areas cannot see any road again to come out in Oboloaf because of the erosion that has divided the road total." He said they need help from the Enugu State government to fix the road because the government of Enugu State has forgotten them for years now, and there is a community that has more than 12 different villages on it. He said, I work there as a youth corper, and the road is very bad. Let our Igbo governors start looking for those that are living in bad areas. You know, all he's trying to say that their area has been forgotten. And we just mentioned the area. Please, governor needs to hear this. They need to fix that road. It has splitted and the road is almost gone because of erosion. Please, those in authority and those who can pass it to the governors, please let this message get to him. West African countries to have single currency by 2020. ECOWAS member. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is in the first lane of integration and plan to have its own currency in 2020, a member state has disclosed. Aishatu Kane, a representative from Niger Republic, disclosed at the 54th annual meeting of the African Development Bank, AFDB, in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea. The ECOWAS institution have been more involved in the region's single currency creation program and harmonization of its currency policy framework to encourage regional integration and eliminate diverse tariff barriers. African Development Banks and its partners have inaugurated the Africa Digital Financial Inclusion (ADFI) facility designed to aid safety and expansion of digital financial transactions in Africa. The fund is being supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Agence Française (AFD), and the government of Luxembourg as initial contributors. The goal is to ensure that at least 320 million more Africans of which nearly 60% are women, have access to digital financial services. EU final report knocks INEC parties on 2019 polls. The European Union Election Observation Mission has knocked the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and political parties for their actions in the last general elections in Nigeria. EU noted there were shortcomings in INEC's operations, while leading political parties were at fault for not controlling their supporters, who unleashed violence on electorates. EU called for more transparency in the operations of the Commission moving forward. The regional body made 30 recommendations to INEC, saying their implementation will contribute to the country's electoral development. Slovakia swears in first women president, Kaputova. Slovak environmental lawyer Zuzana Kaputova was on Saturday sworn in as the EU member's first female president, surprising observers with a speech that lacked the government criticism she was known for on the campaign trail. The community activists who ran on the slogan "Stand Up to Evil" was largely unknown before she launched her presidential bid in the Eurozone member nation of 5.4 million people. The 45-year-old environmental lawyer won the mass ballot with 58% of the vote, thanks in part to voters' disillusionment with the governing coalition a year after the murder of an investigative journalist plunged the country into crisis. She said, "I did not come to rule, I came to serve citizens and residents of Slovakia." The liberal politician, who is pro-choice and promotes greater rights for same-sex couples, said in her inaugural speech in Bratislava, "I offer expertise, I offer emotion, and I offer a healthy activist approach. So I offer my minds, my heart, and my hands." She added, alongside family, former presidents, politicians, and members of the presidential campaign. After the ceremony, Kaputova walked to a nearby cathedral for an ecumenical service, shaking her hands with people along the way before hosting a lunch for seniors from across Slovakia. Analysts called her inaugural speech surprisingly mild, given her past criticism of the government. The new president's speech was non-confrontational. It was formulated positively, not attacking political opponents. Political analyst Juraj Marusiak told African Pictures. Kaputova does not want to divide, she wants to unite. She talks about a common good, a common part, often using the word we. Woman who said whiskey was key to long life dies at 112. Britain's oldest person, Grace Jones, who claims whiskey is the key to long life, dies at 112. According to Metro UK, Grace Jones died in her sleep at her home in Broadway, Worcestershire, last Friday, her family revealed. Grace was born in Liverpool on September 16, 1906, 5 years after the death of Queen Victoria. She took the title of the oldest UK person last summer after the previous oldest person, Olive Boas, died aged 113. According to her daughter, Deirdre McCarthy, 80, said her mom was very fit and active right up until the very end. Speaking about her life, Grace had revealed the secret to living a long life. She said, "I have a little drop of whiskey with a drop of water every night. Whiskey is very good for you. I started having a night thought of it when I turned 50. So I have been having it every night for the last 60 years, and I certainly have no intention of stopping now. My doctor said, keep up with it, the whiskey Grace. It's good for your heart. I don't worry. I think that's the worst thing you can do." According to the Oldest in Britain website, the title of the oldest person has now been passed to 111-year-old Dorothy Payne of Sevenoaks, Kent, who was born on August 5, 1907. Wow, her daughter is 80. Wow, she said whiskey keeps her going, extend her life. This is so amazing. Thanks for listening to Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. You can also visit our Facebook page and like the page. You can join our Facebook group, Igbo Area TV. God bless you and bye for now.